What you see here is a simple diagram of the cell cycle. As you can see, there are around 4 stages that make up the entire cell cycle: gap 1, synthesis, gap 2, and mitosis. We will be focusing on mitosis.
This is interphase. A cell spends most of its time in interphase, and in this phase, the DNA is uncoiled and called chromatin, which is what the orange and yellow chromosomes are. In interphase, the cell begins to grow and prepare the DNA and the organelles for cell division.
In this image, you can see a very similar picture to before. However, the chromatin has been strung together by something called the centromere. In this synthesis phase of interphase, each pair of chromosomes gets strung together with its pair through DNA replication. This occurs just before mitosis.
We are now in prophase. As you can see, we now have sister chromatids, which is because our original pair of chromosomes/chromatids got replicated. In prophase, the nuclear envelope starts breaking down and the spindle fibers start forming, while the strands of original chromatin start transforming into sister chromatids.
This is called metaphase. As you can see, the spindle fibers that were formed during prophase have attached themselves to the centromeres of the chromosomes that have aligned themselves up the middle of the cell called the equator. There is no more nuclear envelope since the chromosomes no longer need it.
This is called anaphase, where the sister chromatids separate into individual chromosomes, aka chromatids, and are pulled to opposite sides of the cell. The splitting of chromosomes allow each new daughter cell to have its own identical copy of DNA. As you can see, the centromeres have gone away since there is no need for them anymore.
This is called telophase. The spindle fibers from anaphase have dissolved and the chromosomes start to uncoil back into their original form of chromatin. The shape of the cell is formed by the cleavage furrow, which slowly pinches the cell in half, eventually forming 2 new daughter cells.
This is called cytokinesis, which is where the cell fully divides and 2 new daughter cells are formed. In the image, there are 2 new cells, each with their own pair of chromosomes and DNA. They each have centrioles and their nuclear membranes have started forming around the chromatin.